Welcome back to the Coven My Uniqas, and this episode of Uniqa Chats, I'm going to talk about the crab bucket mentality the black community seems to have. In my opinion, if you're a Uniqa, you would encounter this constantly, especially if you're doing something not typical in the black community, like if you're excelling in your special interests, or if you wear your tight coils out, or even if you possess a type of beauty that is not relying on black beauty standards, they will tear you down. Yet why you should listen to them? These are the same folks who complain about how black people aren't glorified in the media, yet in the same breath tear down an unambiguous slim dark-skinned woman who is beautiful purely because they feel butthurt about their own phenotype. I see this especially with Anaki. She's straight from Africa, Nilotic, with African features, dark skin, and short, kinky hair. Yet these Gamzees say that she is Eurocentric! They think she's like an OMG, so Aryan. What? I'm not dense. I understand that cuter features are more accepted in the white beauty standard. Even with that explanation, it's still pretty odd because weren't y'all trying to claim Tyler? I feel like it's by design though, because they hate seeing when their own phenotype is praised, especially for not doing some bad behavior. They're praised for good behavior. They hate that. And they want people who share their phenotype to be as downtrodden as they are. And to add a neurodivergent angle to this, they especially like to go for your interests, even if it's culturally black things. It's because you don't like it the right way, according to them. They will tell you to your face how you're doing too much and how you're making your own personality. And to that I say, so what? I'd rather do that than constantly put on this nonchalance attitude, which seems to be popular in the black community. In certain aspects, it's a good trait to have, but at some point it becomes annoying, how you're gonna worshipping a nonchalantness makes you police the people's feelings and reactions around you. That's lame. I also want to touch on how the black community loves to uplift basically lolcows, or people doing bad behavior. Ekane, for example. She is a very messy person in general, yet she got a rally behind her, fighting tooth and nail to defend her when she only sees you as dollar signs, let's be honest. And to address Ekane's comments, all I'm saying is she repeated the same talking points as the colorism channels. It's just that she was very mean about it when saying it. She was very mean about it. But that being said, what she said wasn't exactly wrong. It was just too harsh, Ekane in general is a very messy lolcow, yet you see the black community or certain parts of the black community rallying behind her because either they relate to her messiness or they pedestalize her phenotype, and most of the time it's a combination of both. Whereas Francesca, an adorable looking woman who was going to play Juliet, was torn down by these self-hating Gamzees in the black community who couldn't cope seeing features that they're born with. From what I see, she definitely isn't hated for her behavior. Ekane was messy from the jump, yet it took one colorism comment for the whole black community to even get mad at her a bit. Whereas Francesca, the only thing she had to do was play a role, and she took a picture, and the whole black community got triggered. In my opinion, it shows me how certain parts of the black community would rather stand behind messiness than kind, creative women. It's because they don't see their own phenotype as good. So when they see people who defy that, they try to tear them down because they can't get over their self-hate over their own phenotype, and it's honestly sad. Y'all gotta ditch these wigs and do better. Anyways, that concludes my second video on Uniqa Chats. So remember to subscribe and keep that Uniqa magic alive. Bye!